Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today, it's a little wet here. The arena's pretty wet. We're not going to be able to ride in the arena, so what we're going to do is we're going to ride a couple horses in the round pen today. And again, I got that colt right here. We're going to be actually conditioning him, and we're just getting him. We're getting that muscle structure built up. We're getting everything ready, getting him ready physically to go to the show. I've got all the maneuvers and stuff that I need to get on this horse. So we're really not focused on that as far as just making sure he's healthy, making sure he's strong enough to withstand a whole day of showing. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take him into the round pen, and what I'm going to do is go each way. I'm going to count a set of circles. I'm probably going to do about 8 trot circles to the left, probably another 8 lope circles, a little longer work today. We're going to do that each way. So 8 trot, 8 lope to the left, then 8 trot, 8 lope to the right. And we're going to keep everything even on both sides. That way we're building both sides of him up pretty strong. And the round pen is a great tool. Again, I've already talked about this in some of the other videos. But the round pen is a great tool because the round pen rides the outside of your horse. You only have to ride one side of him. You only have to ride the inside. And the round pen is going to put him in that shape, put your horse in that shape that is needed to depart on a certain lead. And so then your horse can get used to, depending on which way you guys are going, holding his body in that particular fashion to actually use himself, keeping his hip up underneath him, driving from behind, which is where all their power comes from, is their hip. And so we want to really utilize that. Well, he's feeling good. He's walking with his head down, and I'm going to walk a couple circles here and get some blood flowing, get his body moving on an inside rein here. See if I can't propel those feet forward with his head in this tight position. Get him a little bit softer, let him out. And then I turn him loose again. All right, feeling pretty good now. I'm after 8 trot circles. Now I'm gonna pick up and do an inside circle here, and I really want his body moving forward. And I want his hip up underneath him, and I want to really feel like all the power is coming from his rear. So when I pick up on him, I want to feel him light on his front end and kind of pushing him off right there with my spur because I squeezed on him and I didn't feel like he was driving very hard from behind. So when I put him in that inside circle, I want the head to come down, I want the shoulder to come out, and I want the hip to come in every time. Pick him out. Oh, that was better that time. Squeeze him up there. Yep. Showing him that, hey, my feet mean something. And so today I'm having to put a little bit more pressure actually on him to speed him up a little bit. So I am noticing that. That could be maybe he's just tired. He almost seems a little dehydrated to me. That was good. I squoze on him there, and so right here in that inside circle is where he's kind of slowing that propulsion down. And so I want him to feel my feet. And I want him to really get off of them. There we go. There we go. Good. So now he's getting to where every time I touch that inside rein, his head comes down. I want you to watch this. See that? When my hand came up, his head went down. My hands come up, his head comes down. Easy. No tie downs or martingales or none of that junk. See, now I feel his trot. See, it's almost a jog, but it's faster than a jog, it's slower than a trot. So it's kind of right where I like him, to where he's moving at the speed of a jog, but I can really feel like he's taking big strides. And that's coming from me driving that hip up underneath him and him using himself. All right, so that wasn't bad. It's trying to. There we go. That's good. There we go. Okay. That side was much better. It felt a lot more free, where I was able to actually pick him up with only about a half 0.5 on a scale of 1 to 10, on a pressure scale of 1 to 10. I was only having to use about 0.5 pressure there, including my cluck, to actually get him to pick up speed in that turn. And that's really all that I want. I want to be able to speed him up. I want him to hold the turn, but I want to speed him up. So let's try here. There we go. Okay. That was better. That was better. Let him chew on that for a second. And all I'm doing is molding this horse. I'm molding all the pieces. So I'm molding the nose, the shoulder, and the hip in order to get him to turn this way. And so I'm trying to create it to where if his nose falls apart, then I put his nose back to where it should be, and then I turn him loose again, which means, hey, that's your job. You're supposed to keep that there. And then I put his shoulder back in the position where it should be. Hey, your shoulder's supposed to be right here. Hold it there. And the only thing that I want to have to worry about in the turn is speeding him up. So right now I'm actually still working on a little bit of speed as well as some of the correctness. I just want you to turn here. Just turn. Good. Okay, that was better. The last part of that turn was good. I'm done on that side. So, and I want to be careful also while I'm working on the speed in this turn. One, that I don't ruin this horse's confidence. Two, that I don't overdo anything. Now, right there, it got to where he was actually holding that. He actually held that speed for a whole rotation. And so, and that's it. And I might turn him around the other way again, but I just want to work for correct. And I won't actually ask him for speed or anything like that. But I am going to go one more time this other way. Okay, that was good. That's how I want him to turn when I'm just sitting there. I don't want him to I don't want him to really be anything else besides that speed at default. So right now I'm changing actually his default speed that I want. All right, that's not okay. Now he's just taking advantage of my politeness. Now he's taking advantage of my politeness. There we go. Thank you. Good boy. Okay. Now sometimes these studs, they might take advantage of your politeness a little bit just to see kind of what you're all about and see. Now, he didn't get upset with me when I kind of got after him like that because he knows. Just gonna walk him around the pin here and we're done. And I got him 10% better each way. And if I didn't get maybe the speed in that turn that I was maybe hoping for, that's okay. Because next time I work on it, I'll get a little bit more. And again, I'm only looking for 10% better towards my goal, 10% closer to my goal. Now, what I did get done for sure on this horse was I got him paying attention to me a little bit in that turn. Again, sometimes he'll take my, how nice I am. Sometimes he'll take it for granted. And then I have to maybe put a little bit of pressure on him and say, hey, I'm still serious. You know, I still mean what I say, even though that I'm asking you nicely. Usually you don't have that problem with at least I've never really had that problem with a filly. But sometimes a stud will kind of, he'll make sure you mean what you say. Which is kind of nice. It's accountability. But this is how I want them to end their work, looking like this. Now he's a little sweaty because he's been working a little bit. But he's not hot. He's not got his head up in the air. He's not worried. He's got a soft eye. He knows, he's very conscious and unemotional about every single thing that took place today. And he still believes that I'm not a pushover, not an asshole, and easy to work for. As long as we keep those things together, we shouldn't have a problem. So to kind of wrap things up, I believe kind of all that we have left really to work on with this horse, I believe, as far as the ranch horse stuff goes, the cool thing about the ranch horse, or the American Ranch Horse Association, is you really don't have to do everything like say a spin. You don't have to turn like a reiner, you know, that's going to show in the NRHA. To work a cow, you don't have to have a cutter. You can really kind of go in there with your all-around horses. And that's really what the ranch horse is because a working ranch horse and a horse that actually is used in the pasture needs to be good at everything. And something that's a jack of all trades, maybe a master of none, but he's still a jack of all trades. So we're really taking it easy and just focusing on a lot of the conditioning and strength building aspects to riding right now, and we're really looking forward to going to that show and having an outstanding and excellent time. Yeah, so be looking out for one of those videos. I believe one of those will be coming out here in a few weeks, and we'll have some fun, walk you guys through the whole show experience and all that.